Hey everybody, so today is one of my favorite days in the fall. It is NFL kickoff season. My husband and I are huge football fans, and so I wanted to make a cooking vlog to share with you one of my favorite things to make during the football season. But first, I have to show off my Patriots stuff because I'm a huge Patriots fan. I wanted to show you the cute gear that me and Emma Cakes will be rocking today. Here is my, you guessed it, Tom Brady jersey. Huge fan. And I'll show you all the cute stuff that Emma's gonna wear today. So, here is her cute little outfit. Patriots bib, Patriots onesie, of course a red and navy blue bow, and football ruffle leg warm rise. Way too cute, right? So she is napping with daddy right now, but I will definitely show you guys her later when we're all dressed in our full gear, ready for the big game to start. We actually live in Minnesota, like I said, but I love Tom Brady and I love the Patriots, so we root for them. But the recipe that I'm going to share with you guys today is my favorite spinach and artichoke dip. Every time I make it, I get tons of people asking me for the recipe, so it's super duper duper yummy, and I think you guys will really like it. So here we go. Okay, so for this recipe, you need an onion. You don't need a full onion. I forget the exact measurements. I'll tell you guys when I cut it up, but a jar of artichoke hearts, a thing of frozen spinach, 16 ounces. We like to eat ours with Tostitos scoops. 8 ounces of cream cheese softened, mozzarella and Parmesan cheese, and then sour cream. You need 8 ounces of this, so half a container, and then of course salt and pepper to taste. Hi Emma! Are you all dressed up in your gear for football? Look at you, cutie girl. You're so sweet. So you need a half cup of onion. Usually I just cut them into quarters and then use a dicer to dice them and then measure them. So that's what I'm going to do first. Okay, so my onions are diced. There's a half a cup. And then what you're going to do is start melting 1 stick of butter, which is another ingredient I forgot to mention earlier. Sorry, my camera's not focusing. And then you're going to mix in the onions and saute the onions in the butter. Usually I let this get warm, and then I start chopping up the artichokes, since that's the next item that's going to go in here. So the next thing you're going to do is drain the spinach, and I usually just like to break it up a little bit to get all the extra water out. And then this is going to go into the onion and the butter mix. So I added the spinach to the onion and butter mix, and I'm just going to stir it up. You're going to have to make sure that you incorporate each ingredient before you add into the next one. And then you also want to make sure you follow it, each item in order of how I'm doing it. You can't add items just all together at once. You kind of have to mix each thing in separately. So we'll just kind of let this cook together. So the next thing you're going to do is add 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. This one takes a while to break down, so I'm just going to keep mixing this in and letting it break down and kind of blend together. Okay, so the cream cheese and spinach mix together. Next, you're going to add your sour cream. This is going to go in half a container to this mix, and then we're going to incorporate it well again before we add the next ingredient. So here's the sour cream, and I'm just going to keep stirring this all together till it continues to combine and mix in. So this is all mixed together now, and then the next thing you're going to add is the mozzarella. Technically the recipe calls for 8 ounces of mozzarella. I like mine really cheesy. I think if you're going to have a dip, you might as well just go all out because it's not like it's healthy anyways. So I usually use almost 3/4 of the pack, and then I keep like 1/4 of the pack left to put on top. So I'm going to mix this in next. Okay, so here's about how much cheese I put in. Like I said, you can do exactly what the recipe likes, or you can do kind of how we do it. But you're going to mix all of this cheesy goodness together. So the next item is the Parmesan cheese. It calls for 3/4 cup in the recipe, but just like the mozzarella, I pretty much use all of it to add in, and then I save like 1/4 of it to put on the top. So we're going to add that in next. So there is the Parmesan added in, and then I'm just going to stir this together. Okay, so next I drained the can of artichokes And then I'm also going to use my chopper to dice these up, and I'll just put them back in a measuring container to put into the onion and butter mix. So now that all of the cheeses and everything's mixed together, the last thing you're going to add is your can of diced artichokes. So I'm just going to mix that in here and just incorporate it well into the rest of the mix. So here's everything mixed together. The last thing you're going to do is just add salt and pepper to taste. You can also add crushed red peppers into it. We've never done it that way, but if that's something you think you would like, the recipe says that is optional. So usually just salt, the salt, and then we'll just add some pepper in, and then I just kind of taste it and adjust. Okay, so I salted and peppered it, and then what I'm going to do next is just put it in any kind of serving bowl. And it's really easy. The mix actually slides out really well because it's like so cheesy and buttery. So I'm going to mix that into here. So here it is in the bowl, and I'm just going to add the rest of the Parmesan and the mozzarella to the top. And then I usually just pop it in the broiler for just a couple minutes to like make the cheese nice and melty on the top. So there it is, all cheesed up. And then I'll just pop this in the broiler for like 3 to 5 minutes just to make it nice and toasty. Alright, so here is what it looks like after it comes out of the broiler. And then we just put some chips in a football bowl and serve it like that. So I hope you guys try it and like it. Let me know what you think. Bye!